Hello YouTube, Al here, and this week I want to do a quick video on overdrives, Tubescreamer style overdrives. So this is the Boss SD1. It came out in about 1977 and it is ostensibly a tube screamer. It's the pedal that a tube screamer was based on, as it were. It's not exactly the same, but it is pretty darn close. All the pedals I'm using today are buffered bypass. That means when the pedal is turned off, there's a little circuit in there to give the signal a nudge. That makes sure you don't lose any of the high end that you would if it was just true bypass, which is basically a long cable, because the longer the cable, the more high end you lose. I'm going to start all of these demos with the knobs in roughly the same place, tone around 1 o'clock, volume about the same as the amplifier clean, and the gain will be about 11 o'clock, and then I pumped it up to 1 o'clock for the second half. The Boss SD1 is a bit of a classic. You know exactly what you're going to get. It's a tube screamer, but to my ears, it's a bit thicker, a bit girthier, a bit dirtier than, say, a TS9. And unsurprisingly, the second pedal is a TS9. This is a new Ibanez TS9. Again, this is a buffered bypass pedal. Bit of a classic. What I like about the TS9 is how much of the clean signal is mixed in with the dirty signal. It gives it a real clarity and a compression without getting overly muddy or distorted. So the TS9 is more spanky, more clean, more sparkly than, say, the SD1, in my opinion. And the final one, the Digitech Bad Monkey, been a bit cult classic in its own right. Phil X, of course, used them on the Fretted Americana videos, and since then the reputation's absolutely gone mental online. The mods you find online will de-Tubescreamerify it, and I don't see the point in that. I want the mid-hump. That's the point of buying a tube screamer. This, again, is buffered bypass. The difference, of course, is it's got 4 knobs. It's got a high and a low control rather than just one tone. So I've set them both about 11 o'clock. At the very end, I turned the bass down a smidgen from where it was. I'm trying to replicate the rough EQ of where a TS9 would sit. This is described by Josh Scott of JHS as a TS9 with a bass control. It's got a output on the side to go straight to a mixing desk, so if your amp dies, I guess it's nice to have that as a backup. I'll be using my Encore Strat that you saw last time with the Tone Rider pickups. They're staying. I'll be going through my Marshall Mode 4 amp through a closeback 212 with Celestion V30s in it. The delay you're hearing is the Tone City Blue Crystal. Firstly, I'll purely test the buffers, so the pedals will all be turned off. Secondly, I'll do a test with the gain around 11 o'clock and the tones around 1 o'clock. Lastly, I'll increase the gain to about 1 o'clock, and you can hear how the pedals sound when they overdrive. So enough of my yakking, let's get on to the sound test. Turn the game up a little bit more. Bass down a little bit on the Bad Monkey. So there you have it, just a quick dirty test ABC. Let me know which one you prefer. Surprisingly, to my ears, it sounds like the buffer on the SD1 has less high end than the TS9 or the Bad Monkey buffer, which is really odd. I'd expect the buffers to be pretty similar. But oddly, I found this one just a little bit dark compared to the others. Not necessarily a criticism. I think my favourite overall was probably the TS9. It has that classic spank and high-end sparkle, but it still pushes that mid-range. It's a nice feel under the fingers. It's not spongy like the SD1, which I do like for gain, but for clean stuff, I really like the compression and the sheer clarity that the TS9 brings. That being said, I don't think the Bad Monkey is much of a slouch either. Maybe the Bad Monkey feels a little bit one-dimensional compared to the TS9. I think given a little bit of time to muck about with the EQ controls, I'd find a balance where I'm a bit happier with it. But I don't think it's bad at all. And I bought this new for 21 quid in 2015, so I really didn't do badly, did I? So thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments which one you preferred and why, especially in terms of the buffer, because I think the buffers do definitely make a difference. Of course, the buffer colours your signal when the pedal is turned off, which is probably a lot of the time. Again, personally, I think my favourite is the ST9. I've been using the SD1 for a long time and I can't fault it, but I'm thinking about going over to the dark side. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know if you've got any of these pedals or all of them and what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye!